Good morning. It's July 6th, 2026. I'm in Evergreen, North Carolina, enjoying the countryside. We had a nice storm last night, brought lots of rain. It was wonderful. I'm sure all of the plants are grateful. I am. I love a good storm. So, sometimes in life you'll have an opportunity to just be quiet and listen. And although I've not had many of those opportunities because I haven't taken them, I shouldn't say I haven't. I've had plenty, but I've always loved to talk. And I'm being reminded that in the silence is where we hear the heart. And to be quite honest, I've been in my feelings a little bit, and that's okay. We all have them. It's what we do with them. And so when I realized that speaking something, calling somebody, doing something wasn't going to do anything, and that was really my ego needing to be nurtured, needing to be validated, needing to say, hey, but today I realized, and may I realize this and remember this tomorrow or every second of the day, that it's okay to feel. And it's okay to do. Because I'm not telling anybody not to feel or do. But it's a choice. And just be mindful of your choice. And so, to all the people that I would love to just give a big hug to and say, don't you worry about a thing. Every little thing gonna be all right. I love you. Let your light shine bright. Well, I just let it flow out, and I wrote this, and I'm gonna read it to you. And then at the end of it, I remembered. And I wrote this special little note as a title, maybe, if you will, or just a little added like PS to myself. Note to self, remembering me in you. I love you where there is no space and time. I love you where there is no rhythm or rhyme. I love you from a place that can't be explained. Words haven't enough meaning, and time hasn't enough space. One with you in unity, harmony, and bliss. This is love, and because of you, I know it exists. That just came to me, whether it was sent to me from someone. How do I explain that? It just came out through me. And then when I realized that I was saying that to me too, do I love me like that? I'm remembering how to. And I know that the grace and mercy that I love to extend to everyone else is first needed to myself. Otherwise, it turns into a need to control the outcome. But if I give that grace and mercy to myself, then I allow myself just to be free to live no matter what the outcome. And so for all of you out there that have always worried and wondered about the outcome, I would ask you to take that worry and invest it in loving yourself and give yourself some time. And even though I say there's no time and space, we're still here, and we still enjoy things. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, love yourself. And to when you find yourself in a place where maybe you're needing something, instead of looking on the outside to get it from someone else, give it to yourself. And listen, if you don't have money, watch a funny movie, watch a love story, read a book, curl up in the bed, take a nap, take a day off, take 2 if you need it. Really, what I'm saying is take time to enjoy your essence, the fact that you're here, that you're alive, if you have right now, when you look in the world, if you have a roof over your head, that's a reason to be grateful. And that's what I had to stop and think about here. It's a little, I am in school every day, learning how to play this game we call life. And some days I do a great job and some days I don't. But in past times, I have been so hard on myself and allowed myself to degrade myself, to be mean to myself, to torture myself, to put myself in a position to go up under everybody else's authority, to make everybody else happy so that I could be happy. Because if they weren't happy, then I was doing something wrong. I realized I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm alive. All I'm guilty of is being alive. And needing. I was guilty of needing others' approval to be okay. And then the most beautiful thing happened. I didn't need that anymore. And although it was a crash course, because as soon as I didn't need that anymore, everybody showed me what it was going to be like not to have it. And that's okay. It really is. What I thought would have been, okay, so if I put a seed in the ground, if we thought that seed was conscious and you know, it knew what was going on, we would probably think, oh, we should put it in a little house and make everything wonderful and put the seed in the best thing we could possibly do and everything, and just think it out and worry about this little seed and want to pluck it up and look at it to see if it's growing. Or we could just stick it down in the dirt, good dirt. You know, you got to make sure you're growing something. You got to do some basic things. Just because, I mean, you can put it in shit dirt and it will fertilizer, but you could put it in something that was completely barren and take a chance. It may or may not, but you need to get your soil right. And that being said, from a place there, like you made the decision, you've made the choice to learn to love yourself. And then a shit show happens. And just keep walking. And you figure it out as you go. Figure it out as you go. And when you love yourself where there's no space or time, nobody can mess with you in your mind. No rhythm or rhyme, no fancy little words, or no beautiful little songs, or no intertwined little heartstrings. You just realize that you are what you are. And even though we're not all like clones, like that form of one, we're the same particles. We're made out of the same source. And that's what I mean when I say one. I heard that put so eloquently. It hit home, and that means that you don't have to be exactly like me, and I don't have to be exactly like you for us to enjoy growing together. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes life goes opposite ways, and that's okay too. It's a shocker. But even in that, there's love, and you can learn something. You can learn in a whole different way, because used to I would have been so different than what I am now. And now I just see it as an opportunity for someone to make a choice for themselves without fear of worrying about someone else or what they might say, And if you try to control somebody, then and if they want you to be happy, then they try to make decisions based out of fear that you're not going to be happy. And it's just a vicious cycle, when really, if you just have a conversation and you say, this is what I need, this is what I don't need, if we can work this together to where we both are mutually acceptable of the situation, and we respect each other and show each other respect and honor what we've said instead of saying it and then doing something different, things would be much different. Things would be clear. But we get our feelings all messed up and intertwined in things. And most of that for me came from my childhood, and then a series of relationships before the one I'm in now, and this one too. Because I brought all this baggage. And Gene and I, we did something so profound yesterday, and it looks like this might be a long video because I didn't mean to go into this, but I'm just going to shout out to him for a second. He reminded me that I didn't have to be bossy with my dad, and that I was getting a little bossy, thinking I was going to have to take care of him. I needed to tidy things up. I needed to take care of him. And then I realized, hey, maybe I'm doing to him the same thing, or maybe things are being done to me the same things that I'm doing to him. I've come in, I've tried to take over, which he did need some things cleaned up. And I'm thinking, well, he's 81. He keeps saying you need to do this, and you can do whatever you want. And I'm just like, well, okay. So then he comes out and let me remind you, I told you my dad has bipolar. And he's got a lot of other things going on. And he forgets things sometimes. But I came in okay, so that doesn't mean I don't need to respect him. The part of him that, all of him, I don't have to be around him. If I choose to be around him, then I'm going to be like, what am I going to learn from this? Well, Gene reminded me, you learn from everyone. And I've been thinking, oh, well, I know this or I know that. I know nothing. I know nothing except for I am totally I love myself. And in loving myself, I can love you. And I'm even learning how to love myself more. And that is what I know. And I'm understanding that to be a respecter of persons, which means that's what I was doing. And in Gene's own way, he showed me that. And I was demanding my dad submit because I thought I knew more than him. Last night and yesterday, I was reminded that I don't need to speak so much with my dad. I just need to listen. And he has words of wisdom. And that man that stands before me came into this world to do something very special, and he's doing it. And it's not my place to judge him whether he did it right or wrong. What is right or wrong? It's not for me to decide for his life. But for right now, when when I would have just never thought that this could be happening at this time of my life with him. What actually took place has put me in a position to heal completely, thoroughly, fully. That little girl inside of me gets to see her daddy for who he really is and understand that there was nothing she could have done. There's still nothing she can do except for love him. And if I can't love him being around him, then I can make my peace with him and leave him. It's just so happened that I'm made up out of the stuff that can love him and be around him. And until I can't, I will. Because I'm learning something each and every day. And mostly I'm learning how not to be. And why it's not right for me to be that way. For my own personal spirit. So, I love you where there is no space and time. Or should I say, I love me where there is no space and time. I love me where there is no rhythm or rhyme. I love me from a place that can't be explained. Words haven't enough meaning and time hasn't enough space. One with you in unity, harmony, and bliss. This is love, and because of you, I know it exists. Because I loved you, forced me to love me. And the problem that I've always had was I had no love for me. I had plenty for everyone else. But then I would get so discouraged and so upset because I was giving everything I had and had nothing left for me. And people weren't happy. But it's because I was giving them what they really didn't want. And turns out, they really didn't want me either way. And that's okay. Facing that forced me to face myself. And I didn't really want me either. Didn't really like me. Now I do. Now I love me. And I'm getting to know me. And part of that is learning that I like to be outside and I like to dig in the dirt. I like to write. I like to play. I like to enjoy the day. And when I work, I like it to be something that I enjoy. And I do enjoy driving for Uber. Something different. The pay is good. Driving people around. And sometimes it is with delivery, with food too, and groceries. But people, they just don't tip. And I'm saying that to discourage? No. They don't. A lot of people don't have it. They look at it like, well, I could buy this food for my children, or I could, and I get it. I understand, but I was a waitress, and all I'm saying is my time is worth more than that, unless it's free, and I'll give it to you for free before I would rather. I just know what I like doing. And if I don't like it, I'm not gonna keep doing it. There's too many jobs out there that you can do. I realized I didn't like cleaning houses. It hurt my hands, it wore them out, and some tendon issues that are healing now. I still have that crooked finger, and it wakes up some mornings. Anyway, they say it's not broke. I'll go to the orthopedic doctor soon. He can look at it again and see what he needs to do. But anyway, here we go. I'm rambling. Another rabbit trail. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of my life. I really do enjoy doing these videos. I'll have some from Gene soon. He's outside. He is running a tiller. He is so happy. He's tired, but he's happy. I just want him to be happy. He's about, I don't know, 10 minutes from, I don't even think it's 10 minutes from the river, but that's just what I'm going to say. He can go fishing every day. Sooner or later, I believe that river's going to be right up here behind this property, the way this property sits. Then he can just go there. I told him, I said, baby, you just do what you want to. I just need a little peace. You just do what you want to and enjoy life. It's different here. It's not bad different because we're an hour from the beach. Well, from Southport or Carolina Beach. But we also love Buxton and plan to go there too. Life is full of just new possibilities. Anyway, whether your possibility, whatever your possibility is, because some people would look at this life and say, are you effing crazy? And at one time I would have. I mean, I haven't showed you the yard. If you know who Fred Sanford is, it kind of looks like that around here. Not as bad, but yeah, my dad, he likes to collect stuff. We're fixing it though, and it's okay because this is priceless. I was shown that what this looks like on the outside is what he feels like on the inside. And as I navigate this and I try to throw things away, he feels like I'm throwing pieces of him away. So I backed up a little bit. Now I let it be his decision. Okay, I think I'm finished now, yeah. Let it be his decision. So when you allow someone else to make their decisions, honor that, respect that. They're making a decision, whether you agree with it or not. And whether it breaks your heart or not, that's something you're going to have to deal with, because as long as your heart's getting broken by people, you're going to be led and you're going to, well, they're going to have control of you is how I'm going to say it. You're giving your control away. And you can love someone without letting them break your heart. Your heart is yours. Love yourself and you will see what I'm talking about. It's yours. I didn't say that it would be easy. Love yourself. You will see what I'm talking about. Preferably before you reproduce. Because then you can teach them how to love themselves. And I think my life would look a little differently, but at the same time, would it? I'm not going to trade any experience, because I wouldn't have any of my children. I wouldn't have my husband. Wouldn't have my mom or dad. Wouldn't have my brothers. Hell, I wouldn't even have all the animals that I had. And we'll have. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to be alive, to be a human being, to be able to think, to be able to feel, to be able to understand, to be real, to have substance, to actually have a body right now, to get a chance, to have your choices, to be free, to be priceless. It's priceless. As a human, you're priceless. I didn't say what condition. I said as a human. But then everything on this planet is priceless. We've just put all our value on ourselves and forgot that we're not the only ones here. And that our planet is alive. And it feels. She feels. Have a blessed day. I love you. Thank you for listening.